Okay. What up? What up? I might have started a little too early, but that's okay. What's going on?
What is going on? It's been a week.
It's been a minute, you know.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
We had, adult stuff to do. I'm filming a new HBO thing right now at the um at the Sahara, so that's cool. And yeah, what's up with what's new with you? You moved your desk,
I did move my desk.
and now what?
Yeah.
Now what
Now
happens?
what?
Yeah.
Now I got to get a bookshelf and got to finish the rest of the spare room. But yeah, that is about it. How's your move? I know you're getting out of that place pretty quick.
I haven't really done anything yet, and I still have like a couple months to go, like 2 more months. So, you know, not yet. I haven't done shit.
Good.
Yeah, nothing's packed. Nothing's. But whatever.
Very
We'll
good.
get there. This
Very
place really doesn't have that much in it. I moved a lot of my other stuff to our place in Henderson, so that we don't have anything here at the studio really expensive. Well, except for the studio equipment, which is pretty expensive, but other things.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, dude.
We were saying earlier, this is the week where the bread gets buttered.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
want to talk
Jake
about
Paul fight week.
one individual person real quick.
Okay. Ooh, off the cuff.
Yeah, just a little. God damn, that's the. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I get this right because it's yeah, Jimmy Hayes. Yeah. So Jimmy Hayes, he used to play for the Bruins and the Devils, everything. 31 years old. And his son turned 2 years old, and the next day, Jimmy Hayes died. 31 years old, he died. Literally ridiculous. He won a, yeah, it's pretty shitty. That's pretty shitty. I don't even know what happened to him, though.
Prayers go out to the family.
Yeah, for sure, man. This is terrible. It's two, oh my lord. That's horrible. This is just mean. It's just not okay. Celebrating his son's, yeah, one day after celebrating his son's second birthday, and just 3 months after welcoming his second son. That's fucking horrible. So, you know, everyone that was affected by that, Jimmy Hayes, he has brothers. He has a brother that plays for the Rangers, and he has a bunch of family everywhere. He won he played for Boston College. He won a championship. I don't even know when the hell that was. That was like a while ago now, but fucking crazy, dude. Can't believe it.
Well, but you gotta appreciate life.
Yeah, man.
Whenever you hear about stuff like this,
Death is
just gotta
apparently
step
not
back.
suspicious, so that's good.
Well, just gotta appreciate what you have,
Yes, you do.
because one day it's gonna be gone.
It sure fucking is, man. You're gonna wake up dead one morning. Maybe not an appropriate time for a joke, but sorry. Okay, we'll move on. Yeah, it's like you said. This is the week that we're gonna butter our bread, and you're talking because we have a fucking Jake Paul fight coming up here too. Which
Oh,
when we started talking about the Paul brother, we were like, man, fuck this, and now it seems like they're our goddamn focus point here.
well, yeah. I mean, we see the bump in the views. It's Well, the other thing is you actually kind of I've grown at least to appreciate the gimmick that these guys have.
Dude, I agree.
You
I was
know,
just saying
it's
that the other day to someone in my car. I was like, these guys are pros at making money right now.
Well, the other thing is they also have this demographic on lock. Like they have like 20 years. They've got the people in the late 20s talking about them, grew up with them in their YouTube phase, and then they've got the much younger generation.
Yeah.
And it's everyone's kind of told them like no, right? Like oh, you guys can't box, you guys can't do all this stuff. So it's kind of this me against the world mentality for their fan base.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean the odds right now: Jake minus 220, Woodley plus
Well,
160.
I don't even understand who the hell would say that. Jake is literally a professional boxer these days.
Yeah,
It's not even
yeah,
really
pretty much.
it's not really even up for debate, to be honest with you. Like he is a professional boxer. I mean, yeah, he fought someone with tennis shoes on. That's fine. We'll talk about that later. Where
Yeah,
you
right.
know, so what? But at the end of he also has fought. I mean, everyone keeps talking about the Ben Askren fight, but Ben Askren was a fighter, man. Like Jesus Christ, dude, you went down like a sack of shit.
Yeah, well, it's this crazy disrespect that MMA has for boxing, which I mean, we can talk, the chess versus checkers. Like, yeah, it's on the same board, but it's a vastly different game. We were talking, on our Olympic podcast, like
Right.
airsoft at the Olympics. Like, that's not a gun. It's not
Right.
cracking your wrist back. Like, you could say fencing versus sword fighting. We can go on and on and on. But it's like this is a game, and you only have two hands. And Woodley is a collegiate wrestler. That's his base. That's always been his base. And 39 years old. It's he's got an uphill task ahead of him.
Oh yeah.
And I think Jake has really respected the game. I think he's done like a lot. He's improved incredibly, which is like astonishing to watch him like duke it out for his first fight versus like step back starching Ben Askren. But, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think. Well, I don't even know what to think, to be honest with you. It's weird seeing a Vine kid that I saw when he was like 14, fucking around in like hallways and shit, to like a professional boxer fighting for $50 million. It's just weird. It's weird. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, it's entertainment. That's for
Well,
sure.
did Jake ever fight or anything before? Because I know his older brother Logan was a wrestler, and he wrestled in college at the University of Ohio. Not Ohio State, the University of Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what Jake's background is, but I'm sure, he's got that kid brother mentality with Logan, and Logan's giving him a noogie and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I would think Jake at -220 is a pretty safe bet, and then Jake by KO is probably a better bet. But yeah, I mean, they've got 8 rounds to work. Um, I just don't know. I want to see how aggressive Woodley comes out, because if he comes out like a man on fire like he did against Luque, that's going to be a far more interesting fight than if he tries to do like a very measured approach like he has in the past.
Right.
Um, there's another talking point that Woodley's been training with Floyd, and Floyd is getting him ready for Jake Paul, and it's like, if I trained with LeBron James for a month, I'm sure I would pick some things up,
Right.
but it's how far can you really improve? So we'll see, you know. But yeah, that's about all. Is there anything you want to say on that?
I think someone's at my door. Can you give me 1 second here?
Huh. Good.
I just heard someone knock. Here, let me pause this. All right, we're back. Someone was at my door to drop off a package that they took without asking. So, that was weird. That was weird. I got. I had to get this mask here for hockey because you have to wear like the one that goes on your cage or whatever. So, yeah, man, cool. Little Christmas.
Still playing? Don't you know you're old and you're gonna hurt yourself?
Fuck off. I am allowed to play as many sports as I want. Don't you go fucking box and shit? That's way harder than yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only 25 though, so 24 or whatever the fuck. I don't even care how old you are anymore.
Yeah, I know. I try to forget too.
I wrote down. I keep writing down 26 as my age, but I'm not. I'm 27, and that's fucking stupid, dude. Ugh. Am I 27? Right? 94? Yeah, I'm 27. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's bullshit.
Crazy.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of growing up. That means in less than right now, a kid starts high school, he's going to be a junior. Not a senior, a junior, non-graduated when I turn 30. That fucks me up. That chaps my ass a lot. Damn,
Yeah,
that chaps my ass. Anyway, sorry, we can move on. I'm bummed by that. That really. Anyway, we could talk about fucking Tommy Fury being minus 1,200 to Anthony Taylor at plus 600.
Yeah, that I don't know anything about Anthony Taylor, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy Fury throws his name into the Paul brothers, circus.
It would be fun to watch Tommy Fury just come out and just knock out the fucking Paul brothers. Just night. See ya. It's not gonna happen, but it would be cool.
Yeah, he's definitely in the archetype for a potential Paul brother fight. But yeah, I mean, we've got some UFC this weekend as well. 3 fights in particular I'm pretty interested in.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, top. So we'll start bottom up because that's really the one I'm most interested in. Is that Mahmoud Muradov?
Yes,
He's,
dude.
Floyd Mayweather's guy. So the story on him.
You were showing me those fucking videos, dude.
Floyd's got a stable of boxers in his gym. He's got one MMA fighter, and that's Muradov. and this dude is an absolute beast. And they're giving him the Gerald Mearshart, the Kamaev treatment. Like you remember when Kamaev went out there and one punched him in 17 seconds? Like they're giving Muradov the same thing.
Why doesn't Andre and Michael have pictures? Neither does. Oh, okay, hold on. Ricky Turquoise. What is that? What's his name? Is that Turquoise? What? Ricky Turquoise?
Possibly. I don't know what you're talking about.
I could have swore to God, scrolling down, that was a female welterweight fight, or like a female featherweight or something. Look at that. That just looks like a topless woman. That does not look like a fucking man.
Oh, wow.
Does that mean I'm sorry, Ricky, cut the hair or something, man. You look like a female out here. Yeah? Well, at least I can fight. I'll whoop your ass. Dude, you still look like a female, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't care how good you are at fighting. I'm scrolling through. You have an old, like, DMV black and white picture with long hair as your photo. Like, it's just...
Your IMDb mentions up, and you could be on one of these undercards.
What?
Your IMDb mentions up, and you could be on one of these undercards.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be on one of these undercards. That's the thing. Like, I'm not... You look at me. Who the fuck am I fighting? Look at me. Look at me. When I was joining the military... Yeah, I think you forget. When I was joining the military, it was the Air Force. And then when I was medically disqualified from there, I went to the Marines, where I was going to, again, fly an airplane. I was never going to be fighting anyone. That was never my role.
No, I see a possibility of, like, commentator to boxer, where you do the thing where you take the suit off and you just walk into the ring.
Can you imagine?
That'd be sweet.
And then I just get my ass David Spade. Remember when David Spade walked into a boxing ring, got his ass kicked? That'd be just basically me. I just walk in, just get the fuck beat out of me. I would want to recreate. Have you ever seen Dickie Roberts, Child Star or whatever, when he like fights fucking George Foreman and like in the fucking ring? Or no, who did he fight? It wasn't George Foreman. Who did he fight?
Oh man,
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're really stretching my memory here, but yeah, that would be your niche. You could do it. You'd be sitting next to Snoop if it was on.
You met me and Snoop, and then for whatever reason, Kevin Hart somehow.
This is on Showtime. I forgot the brothers are going legit.
Yeah, dude, they're real. They're the real deal. Know what I watched and didn't understand? Who hired Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg to be the Olympics like presentators or whatever for NBC? Like who was in charge of that? I don't get me wrong, love them. They're funny. Mm-hmm. Snoop trying to tell me how the fucking shot putters are doing. It's not really. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Equestrian.
I don't get it. Like
breakdancing.
Like Kevin Hart's here. Like, all right, now look at this. Now look at this. He go shoot a three. Like, that's not. What are you talking about, dude? Like, maybe he never said that. I don't know. I only watched a little bit of it and got kind of annoyed because I was like, this is clearly just you found two famous people and threw them in here. Like, this has nothing to do with what they know about sports. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I was hoping it was just a stunt and they didn't actually have airtime.
Oh, they had airtime. They had their whole show.
Oh, man.
They had their whole show.
I was hoping they did like a Tosh.0 type thing.
It would be that right there, I would be in for. I'd be sitting every night, but that's not. That's not what happens. Not only that, tough. Yeah, and, I'm actually going to stop bitching about the Olympics. It was fine. Everything was fine. I'm a sad panda because it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen, and so I'm throwing a fit. That's all it comes down to. I wanted fans, and I wanted to see the excitement of the Olympics and all that shit, and it just wasn't there, so I got bummed.
No, you're just going to have to wait for the Winter Olympics.
And I like the Winter Olympics more anyway.
They're more entertaining to watch. And what I mean by that is it's more fun to watch a dude barrel down a hill on skis than it is to, like, play badminton.
Dude. Not only barrel down it, but, like, when they go on those fucking fluges and they just, like, boom, down there, like, when they're on their body or their back or whatever, and they're just, like, laying down going 120 miles an hour on ice.
Well, it's like, what's more entertaining, the bobsled or skeleton or the marathon?
Exactly.
So it's,
dude. And speaking of the marathon, ABC aired all three or 4 hours of the fucking marathon when it was on. I'm like, you are literally showing us people. Like, I see that every morning. I got joggers across the street in the parking lot every morning. Like, I don't mean to bash on the Olympians who got there for the marathon because I probably couldn't run a marathon anymore. In fact, I know I can't run a marathon anymore. But Yeah, that's boring. I'd rather see some fucking action. You're like hockey, like oh my god, it's like because you're watching. It's okay, swimming or water polo, and it's like okay, he threw the ball, but then you fucking come in, you see T.J. Oshie just fucking light up his former teammate Jonathan Taves, and you're like, oh my god, like they slap shot it, fucking crush people. Like what's more entertaining? Let's get real, you know.
Well, then they also have the ports too. Like they ported volleyball over. Now they got like snow volleyball in the Winter Olympics.
Is that real?
That is real.
I did not know that. Have they done that before?
Oh yeah, it was in the last one.
What?
Snow volleyball in the last Olympics.
How did I never, ever hear about this? Snow volleyball.
Yeah. And then I think they added a bunch of snowmobile events too.
Oh my god, it sure is.
It's real.
2 teams of 3 players on a snow court divided by net. So are they in like jackets and shit, or what are they playing in?
I have no idea. But yeah, it's an interesting niche.
Seems stupid, but okay. It just seems dumb. It's like playing field hockey. Like, just go fucking put on some skates, you bitch. Go learn the real sport. Like, what are you doing? It's just dumb.
I'm also trying to find like the climate for it. You know, like where on God's green earth would you naturally play snow volleyball?
For like a week in the Midwest, maybe in the fall. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe in the spring when it starts feeling warm again, so everyone is okay. You know, like when it gets to the deep freeze in winter, 40 degrees in the fall is freezing cold, but then 40 degrees in March is like, holy shit. This is
here we go.
This is beautiful. Oh shit, you guys are coming up. It's almost September. You guys are gonna go into winter pretty soon.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the forecast and I saw 60s. In
Perfect.
The forecast, and I'm like,
Perfect.
Oh yeah, but I know where that goes.
Yeah, but not for me. I'm skipping. I skip winter. I just hang out over here on the West Coast where it's warm. I don't have to fucking deal with it. Then I do have to deal with all the crazy people, like the crackheads, and it's almost like I Am Legend at night with all the crackheads just coming out of the walls and shit. Like it's just,
oh my gosh.
That's what it's like. You're running back to your apartment with the sunlight out still. You gotta get the fuck out of here. Gotta get the fuck out of here. I know what I learned, by the way. I know this isn't sports related. It could be a sport. We need to do the drug Olympics. We need to have every nation needs to have their best high-performing drug addict, like an alcoholic who's like an alcoholic who can drink a lot but stay sober.
No. But then they compete in non-real events,
right?
Like chasing a block of cheese down a hill.
No, I was gonna say something like getting like office chairs and then spinning the office chairs as many times as you can, or just something stupid.
Who gets the gold medal in that milk crate challenge?
No one. We just have dead people.
Oh my gosh, is that like not one of the more confusing? Like,
when did that start? What's this about? It's people who don't know what we're talking about. It's you stack up 7 milk carts in the middle, and then you like pyramid it down with one less as you go down, and then you run all the way up and run all the way down. And I got news for you: milk cartons. Do you hear that?
What'd you do?
Do you hear that?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Nothing. I was just talking. Someone's phone ringing. Is your phone ringing?
Nope.
Is mine ringing? Mine's ringing. Oh, mine rung. I didn't even know. Until it came across. My phone has nothing. Look at independent. It rang through our headphones.
Yeah. Bluetooth.
Okay. Anyway.
Smart tech.
Smart or invasive? Okay. I forgot what I was talking about now. Titties. Oh, these dudes on meth in town, they like to run towards the police. Like, they want smoke every time that they're on meth, dude. It's so strange. Crackheads run away, but meth heads run towards the police. So it's so fun, like, to watch a cop, like, have a traffic stop, and then, like, 3 dudes just, like, come up and descend on the car, like, hey, what's going on, man? Need any help? Like, no, we don't need help from
It's a lot darker of a subject than the milk crates we were talking about.
Well, it's a more fun game, and it's more real than the milk crate game that we're talking about, so.
What, you haven't wanted to bust your back?
I'll tell you what.
Falling in front of a neighborhood of your peers?
I've never seen in person anyone do the milk crate challenge. I've seen meth heads go up to cops at least 40 times since I've been here. Which one's more common?
Yeah, that is true.
I just think it would be fun to have like a sport where we just get every just our best high functioning alcoholic drug, like whoever can drink a lot and then still drive their car best. Like we'll have a closed track, and then you have to drive from point A to point B, and manage like a straight line and a speed limit, and then whoever can do that best gets the gold. Is that bad? Maybe we shouldn't be. Maybe that's not a good sport to introduce. Can you imagine?
I propose chasing a wheel of cheese down a hill.
Yeah, you could tell which one of us is the fucking comedian, because Jesus Christ. Someone pulls a block of cheese down a hill. Or, get this.
Yeah. Jeez.
Anyway.
I think it's just called demolition derbies.
Anyway, dude, Muradov, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't say. Mahmoud, right? Mahmoud, right? Whatever. Muradov, that's his name. He looks like he's killed people. Like he looks like he was like a Sicario for the Sinaloa cartellers. Like look at him.
Well, he was Floyd's bodyguard in a former life.
Oh, so he is a
Yeah.
bad bitch. This dude really can't
Yeah.
fucking okay. Oh shit. So that's gonna be a fucking good fight.
Yeah, so I would put and then also Giga Chikadze's fighting Edson Barboza at the top of the card. And I like
Yeah.
Chikadze. So if there's a parlay to be made this week, it's Chikadze, Muradov, and Jake Paul.
That's what I would have to say as well, honestly.
Right there.
Sometimes we don't agree. This time I would have to.
Yeah, man. And then
Oh, what is the deal? I want to talk about it because I just have to talk about him every week. Conor McGregor. What in the hell, Conor? What are you doing? What are you? Is the guy literally on like drugs all the time right now? Because, like not like I know he's on painkillers maybe or something. Because he just seems weird.
I like that he celebrated the 5-year anniversary of his majority draw over Nate Diaz.
Right? Like.
Where
Right?
it's like out with the owners, and you're like, what? What is going on here? Like you and everyone else has a very different idea of what happened that night.
And
But-
Conor McGregor, he's like number 9 in the lightweight rankings right now, right? Like.
Well, he's kind of. I would almost put him in like the Ric Flair category now.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's the mystery. It's the Mystic Mac. Like no one knows what's gonna happen. Maybe he goes out there and crushes your hero in 13 seconds. Maybe he falls and breaks his own leg. Like nobody knows.
Okay, so here's a story from 8 minutes ago from The Sun. All right. It looks like McGregor is talking about taking a fight with Jake Paul.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's probably in the future too. It's just what's insane to me is nobody Jake Paul's size is like picking a fight with him.
Yeah, no.
Right. Like when Conor was at his best, he was 145 pounds. When Tyron Woodley was at his best, he was 170 pounds. Same with Ben Askren. And Jake Paul is a 200-pound person. Like Woodley and him can weigh 190 pounds.
Yeah, and
Their
then
body
just
composition is gonna be way different.
bulk up.
Yeah,
Get big. Just get
That's
fucking
crazy.
swole. Dude, it's embarrassing for like, honestly, if I was a fighter and a YouTube star came in and was calling everyone out, making a shit name of you, and then winning the fights, I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I feel like there's always going to be an asterisk, right? Like Ben Askren's like, oh, my hip, I wasn't in shape. Tyron Woodley's going to, say that he was, just taking it for the money and, a clout and this, that, and the other. But, Conor is, man, that would be pretty devastating to watch.
Yeah, I would not be happy about it.
Yeah, well, I also don't know what to really think of this Jake Paul, like, bringing fighter pay to the forefront. I'm not really sure how much of a talking point or actuality that actually is.
What do you mean?
So he's kind of been going after Dana White because their their business numbers came out and it showed that the UFC like only paid I think it was 30% to the fighters.
Holy
or whatever.
shit, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's
And,
nothing, dude.
Well, in every other organization in the NFL and the NBA, they do 50-50.
Yeah.
So the Players Association makes sure of that.
The NHL
there's
does 70.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of reasons for that. It's, the UFC, it's not a sport. Like, this isn't a sport. You gotta look at the UFC and MMA as kind of like a traveling circus. Like, it's no different than Lollapalooza. Like...
You think it's... Wait. I have to disagree on you, though. It's no different than
They're state
Lollapalooza.
sanctioned. Well, that's how you have to look at it. Like there will always be another act to play at
Well,
Lollapalooza.
right.
There
There's
will
always going to
always
be,
another champion.
but there's
So
always
that's
going to be. But okay, just let's back up because like that's what everyone was saying about like Green Bay. You lived there when I lived there when it was everyone when Brett Favre left and moved on to the Jets and then Rodgers came in. Everyone was like, "Oh God, it's over, it's over," and then the new hero came up. So I mean, there's always going to be a star again, no matter what sport we're talking.
Well, yeah, but the thing with MMA is there'll be a person that will not only be a star, but then get paid less money. Like, is there any surprise that the Tuesday, like the Contender Series guys, are now flooding the main cards every week? Like, those guys are just not as expensive. Like the guys at the end, like the Jacare, the
Right.
Damien
Well,
Liz,
and that's
like those guys, and it's just kind of it's the circle of life, of course. But that's like when fighters cry about pay and stuff like that. It's like, well, there's no association. Like it's just the UFC is the employer, and they just
Yeah.
bring the traveling circus to
No,
town.
what? So basically, what I'm hearing, so the only difference between the UFC and the other organizations then is that there's a players union / fighters
Yeah.
union then. So if the UFC made a fighters union, they'd be able to be.
And they've tried. They've tried for a long, long time. They tried the MMAA, which was a awful name, the Mixed Martial Arts Association, and they had like George St. Pierre and T.J. Dillashaw and Kane. They were all wearing T-shirts, and they had like the press events for like fair wages and stuff. And that was all when the Reebok deal was coming in. So when the UFC mandated that everyone had to wear Reebok, and now it's Venom. So
Oh.
that's yeah, so there's no association. Like there wasn't like the UFC didn't go to the fighters and say like, do you guys want Reebok? Do you guys want
Well,
this?
right.
Like they just made the top-down decision.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, well, the players
they-
should be able to. The fact that the fighters aren't unionizing is kind of their own detrimental downfall. Then, like, that's
Exactly.
if the fighters have tried and other fighters are like, no, man, no, then don't bitch about money.
Well, yeah, and the media can cry all they want about it, but they're not jumping into the ring. And there's always like, literally, look at the Cyril Gane Derek Lewis fight. Like, yes, everyone is happy with the outcome because Cyril Gane put on a performance of a lifetime, and that is like a super exciting match between him and Francis. But everyone beforehand was crying murder. They're like, oh, how could you disrespect the champ like this? The champ's
real.
not ready for 4 weeks. Yada yada yada. It's like, yeah, dude, they had a show in Houston, Texas, and they needed to fill it, and they just put a belt on the line. Like they did it with the BMF belt with Masvidal and Diaz, and like
Yeah.
so there isn't like I don't know
So
UFC
I guess where do you see the UFC heading? Do you think it's staying this way, or do you think the players would?
as long as Dana White's leading the ship, it definitely stays that way.
Well,
But
I don't see Dana White. Dana White's going to be the fucking queen pretty soon. They're never leaving the throne, dude. They're there for life.
Exactly. But there's also a lot of benefits to that too, like the guaranteed rematches, like this whole Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury thing, that debacle with Anthony Joshua, like those those mandatory matches that happen, like so yeah, it's a give and take, but it's you gotta look yourself in the mirror and you gotta figure out what you want. Do you want Brock Lesnar as your heavyweight champion, or
Yeah.
do you want to watch like a guy like Tony Ferguson or
Exactly.
11 fights in a row,
Right.
and he just can't even sniff a belt.
So I guess there really is no. The UFC is so new that there's no structure to like base it off of. It's hard because like with like let's just say the NFL. That's the most common organization that most of our listeners are gonna know about. Goodell's in
Back
charge.
baby preseason.
What's up?
Football's back, by the way.
It is. It's the
We haven't
preseason.
talked about that.
We can let me pull up while I'm fucking around shooting the shit. I'm gonna bring up the NFL the schedule and the scores and stuff. But anyway, like
By the way, you have to be a real degenerate to bet on preseason football.
you're a real idiot.
You gotta, yeah.
You're
you
about
gotta
as
be-
dumb as the GMs putting their starters in the preseason. It's that dumb. It's that dumb. What I was gonna say was like Roger Goodell's been in charge of that bitch for a while, but there was a commissioner before him and before him and before him. So it's not like it's Dana's the first of the first. He's the George Washington of this fucking thing. So like
Yeah.
it's kind of
also-
like how George Washington was like, nope, I'm only doing 2 terms and I'm stepping down to set a precedent. Dana's kind of setting a precedent to fuck you. It's a life job. He's a Supreme Court justice at this point.
which is fine. It's fine, but it's setting a precedent for later that if someone else takes over and changes the rules, it's gonna be like that for a long fucking time.
Well, it's just like the other thing with Dana is he's got so much experience and in the public too, which is insane. Like when he got screwed over from Pride and then came back and bought Pride, like that was prime time drama, man.
Dude, that was Twitter at its finest. How great was Twitter
insane.
that day?
Well, it's just like we killed Pride and all that stuff, but it's yeah, man. What is there to say? I mean, going on, we're gonna see some very peculiar title fights. The interim belts are always here to stay. I mean, do you want a season like PFL, where like your favorite fighters are getting bounced on the prelims? You're watching Rory McDonald fight like Ray Cooper the third and get thrown all over the ring by a guy you didn't even like know.
Oh, just a quick announcement. I forgot to say this. So our video podcast for the last episode got copyright struck on YouTube. So I filed an appeal because we are using it in the fair. We did have fair use on it. It's an automated system. It's just AI that scans it and goes nope, can't, and plugs it. So for now it's an audio only on YouTube, but it'll be back to video as soon as I get this copyright strike taken care of. I'm not trying to lose my channel again. I've lost it 3 times already. I have to keep rebuilding my fucking subscribers and it gets old. So I'm not doing it again. I'm playing by the rules this time. Took me 3 times to learn, but
oh my gosh.
Turns out you can't pretend to be snorting cocaine as Joe Biden's son while talking about effing a 14-year-old girl. You just can't do that and upload it.
What are you doing?
What do you know? Hey, okay, but in my defense, I wore a fake wig and pretended to be Trump as well, and nothing happened to me there. And I talked about how small my dick was and all this other shit, and like nothing happened. But I shit on the Bidens, and suddenly I'm banned from YouTube. Like, okay, sounds good. Anyway,
it's the real heart of this podcast.
The real heart of it is that I really just don't like anyone of authority. That's what it comes down to. If you haven't noticed that about me by now, I don't care what your party is. We're probably not cool if you associate with it. You know?
There's a term for that, oppositional defiant disorder, in the DSM.
Probably. That's where I'm at. I bet you that's me.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway. You know what else is in the DSM? Something that would get me canceled on Twitter for saying it, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. God, I'm gonna lose my job.
Nope. Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop. We'll fucking stop right here. Okay. So, preseason, dude. Preseason's been pretty dope.
I haven't watched much, in all transparency. I saw that the Fields, the first preseason game with Justin Fields, where he had a real rough first half against, I think, the Dolphins, and then had a game-winning drive in the second half, which was awesome. And then they played the Bills, and Mitch Trubisky had the revenge game and drops 41 points on them.
Oh my God.
Mitch Trubisky revenge game was tough to watch. I just turned that one off.
So, I want to talk about week 1 because we didn't talk about it just briefly. The very first game of week 1 is the most drama-filled game of the NFL's ever. It's the Washington football team, formerly the Redskins, versus the fucking New England Patriots. Patriots won 22-13, obviously, because it's the Redskins, or the football team. That's their name here. I'll show you guys on the screen. Their name is football team. That's their name on the website.
The Jets schedule. The New York Jets have like the hardest schedule in the league or something.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Just like, God, how many times are we just gonna beanbag that franchise?
We just don't. Well, I think the NFL's like, hey, get the hint, move. We want the Giants in New York. The Jets, we don't care. And I think it's more because of how much of a bitch it is to use that stadium twice, and the schedule like that. You know, like they use the same stadium.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you knew that, but like, yeah, like where the
Jumbo Jets.
MetLife Stadium, it's the Jets and the Giants Stadium. And so, like, Saturday, for instance, 8-14's game was at MetLife. It was the Jets versus the Giants. The Jets won 12-7. They're both the fucking home team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Jets were the home team for the game, but it's
Yeah,
both
like,
of
what
their
is this,
fields.
high school? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like watching the JV scrimmage again. You know, it was literally like that's what it was like watching, because it's the left half of the stadium had all the Jets decorations and the right half had the Giants. Like, there's not space for both of you here. There's not. New York, you can have one team, and you know what? You want to know why? You can have two hockey teams because you play in separate places. The Islanders are on the island. The Rangers are in Manhattan. Different. You have whole different bases. But if you're playing in the same fucking field, in the same area, representing the same people, you're stupid. Long Islanders.
It's confusing.
Well, Long Islanders see themselves as Long Islanders. They don't see themselves as New Yorkers.
Yeah, right. Like, it's not. There's a difference between like Miami and Tampa Bay.
Exactly. Like
Right,
the culture is different. The Jets Giants cultures are the same fans. So some of those dudes wear Giants jerseys on Saturdays and Jets on Sundays. Like you have two franchises for the same person.
And they all have the Brady jersey
Oh,
hanging in the
every
closet. They've all
fucking
got.
they've got a Favre jersey for the Jets because he was there for like 1 year when we were in 7th grade or some shit. You know, maybe like a 2007 Giants Super Bowl ring, like a fake one from eBay, because you know remember that game?
Yeah.
Was that 08 or 07?
I don't know. The years blend.
Who gives a fuck? It was the 08, the 07 season, but the 08 Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl was in early 08. That's what it was.
Mhm.
We were in Disney World, dumbass. We were together.
Oh yeah. Well. That was nice.
Sure does. Yeah, man. How about the Browns' new logo? Did you see it?
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I think it's the same fucking logo with a new color.
Yeah. Yeah, not
Just
not
for-
super exciting.
I mean, they have like their football with a B on it as well, which is kind of cool. But like here, for instance, here's the. I'm gonna full size this image. Here's the two different, the old ones on the left, the new ones on the right. Paul, I'm gonna share this with you so you can see what I'm talking about here. Share screen with this one. Sure. See this shit? The old one's over here. The new one's over here. The organization paid 6 figures for that redo.
Yeah, that's
What the fuck is that?
dollars well spent.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. They basically changed the font, and then you went into Microsoft Paint, and then changed the color to like more like of a orangish instead of a brown, and then just did the paint fill button, like click. Okay, we're done. I swear to God, that's what they did. It's the most awful logo. I feel bad for
That's
their
pretty
fans. You guys have put up with too much to deserve this shit from them.
Oh my god.
Too
You,
fucking
like, had me
much.
convinced I was colorblind for a second. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, Cleveland. I feel bad for Cleveland. They have the Browns. They have Machine Gun Kelly. They have like
That's true.
everything shitty in the world comes from Cleveland. And I feel like if you're born there, you just have such a horrible, you have a horrible start. It's just I feel bad. You know, if what you've got is Machine Gun Kelly to make your day, then go for it, I guess. But hey, out here we're a little.
You had the champ Stipe Miocic.
Don't get me wrong, I do like Machine Gun Kelly. I think he's
You had LeBron in Cleveland.
for a little bit, then he left and then came back and then left again. So everyone like burned his jersey, re-sewed his jersey back together, and then burned it again.
Well, it was kind of funny when he left the second time. Everyone in Cleveland was like, "We understand."
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
we understand. The first time he got almost like ran out of town, dude.
Well, yeah, because he was. Well, he had that. I don't want to like. LeBron's the best, but I remember like the decision. He's on ESPN. He's like, "I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach." Like,
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
I remember that.
Like,
Yeah.
The 60 minutes type interview.
Yeah.
And
Like it was
then they're
almost like he was like the fucking like the Hobie Baker winner picking his like professional team that he's gonna go for. Like if you were allowed to do that, or like when really good high school players like pick a college and they pick up the hat, put it on. Like that's almost what it
Yeah,
felt
right.
like.
And ESPN is going to like restaurants across the country to see reactions live.
Right.
And then of course, all of the showmanship that Miami has.
Dude, that was how fun were those days
was
though?
fun.
When it was
It was
Dwayne
fun.
Wade and LeBron, and it was that was such a fun time. And
Just dusting everyone in the first row. with
God,
chalk. Just-
I remember. Shout out Trevor, one of my friends from back in the day. I haven't talked to him in forever. I wonder how he's doing. Hopefully he's alive. He took me to like a Bucks game, and we went to go see the Heat play the Bucks, and the Heat just fucking throttled the Bucks. I mean, this was 2009, I think, like 2008. So like it was old Bucks after Michael Redd, before anything good, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's much better.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, were they wearing like the white pinstripe?
Yeah, thank you.
Purple pinstripe?
Yes,
Oh,
dude,
my
you know
God.
it. You know it.
Oh,
That was.
like get those baseball
yes.
players off the court.
And we were like, this is our team. This is why we're losing all the time, because the players don't want to be here. Look at other men in dress.
Yeah, it's like it was like that purple dinosaur from the Toronto Raptors. Like that is by far the worst logo ever. Not even Drake.
I mean,
so. By the way, Team Kanye and Team Kanye versus Team Drake debate.
What?
Team Kanye.
What's going on with Drake and Kanye?
Oh, they're beefing over some nonsense.
So is it like a Meek Mill Drake type deal again?
I don't know the exact.
Will there be
details, but I
songs?
know. I hope so. All I know is like.
All I know is that there's nothing more manly than two grown men writing songs to each other about how buff they are.
So he posted like a group chat of it's and Pusha T is in on it too, so don't forget about Pusha. But anyway.
Why is he always involved in the drama? Why is he always in the scene where the drama is? Every
a
fucking
text
time.
message on a group chat of like him saying like I live for this. He's like I've been pushed around by nerd ass jocks like you my entire life. You will not recover. It's like a picture of the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Who is he talking to?
Drake. going after Drake.
Pusha, you're not gonna give. I'm sorry, but the industry has spoken. It doesn't matter how good anyone is. They want Drake. That's what it comes down to. The blood monsters want Drake. Okay, they just want him. He gets them the little kids that they want to get hooked on her music for life. Okay, that's what he's going for.
Well, he's the club scene. Like
Well, that's what I'm. And Pusha's kind of club, but it's like Drake. A lot of his music is so ambiguous. It may like he's not talking about anyone specifically or anything specifically. So like it really appeals to young people because young people just like to bitch about things, and you know
they're not really bumping Jesus Walks.
No, they're not. They're definitely not. They don't have. That's because Jesus. Remember that? Oh my God, remember that?
When the Calabasas days.
God damn.
Legally changing his name to just Gay. Right.
He is.
He filed to remove his last name and middle name. So his actual name is Kanye Amari West, and he's removing it to just Gay.
Just fucking Yee. Did he get rid of Kanye? He's just Yee?
Yee.
He legally changed his first name to Yee?
It's like Bono or Cher.
Oh, well, except for not really, because everyone knows him as Kanye, not Yee. Everyone knows Bono as Bono. What's Bono's actual name? Tell me. Fucking point proven. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
He's not Bono. He wants to be, but he's
like
not.
Dolly or Obama.
Remember?
Nobody knows.
Dude, Kanye's been a rip on our society. Like he comes out and he's like, they always ask me what I would do if I lost the award. I guess we'll never know. And like raises it up, and then he goes up to Taylor and he's just like, I'm gonna let you finish. But like, remember, like, oh God,
yeah, dude, it's this kind of like.
But Beyonce
like he goes crazy when he makes his music, but we love him.
He's just a socially weird guy who makes really banger music. Like it's crazy. It makes no sense. Especially, did you ever hear about when he was hanging out with who's the comedian that's in a shitload of movies, like Jamie Foxx, and Jamie has an entire recording studio in his house because Jamie also has a label. I don't know if you knew that, but he records as well. And the first time that Kanye ever came to Hollywood, he was at. He's at a party at his house, and he was telling him like, oh yeah, I rap, and Jamie's like, oh, come into this recording studio, and he brings him in there, and he's like, you can try this, you can try to rap my song, and he gave Jamie the lyrics, and Jamie starts like R&B singing the lyrics, and Kanye like stops the music, and he's like, what are you doing? Like that, and then Kanye goes behind the mic and just rips, and then it was fucking bananas. And yeah, I heard that when he was talking to Rogan about it. It was fucking funny. Oh my god, it was fucking funny.
God, man.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. He's a funny guy, and he's really nice in real life too. That's the thing. Jamie Foxx, you would barely even know he's there. He just kind of sits at a slot machine when he comes to town. You're like, holy shit, is that Jamie Foxx? Like, is that him? Anyway,
God.
dude. Upcoming week for the preseason for the NFL. We have the Colts and Lions. Who do you have? Because I'm going with the Colts.
In preseason?
Yes.
We're taking preseason
Yep.
bets?
Yep. I wanted to. Right now.
Oh, man, this show's falling off the rails.
It's not. This is on rails as fuck.
We'll go Colts.
I've got Colts as well. Okay. How about Steelers Panthers? I'm going Steelers.
Panthers.
Okay. There's it. Okay. Eagles Jets. I've got the Eagles.
Eagles. You can't bet on the
Vikings Chiefs. I've got Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah. Easy.
Packers and Bills. I've got the Packers.
Bills. Mitch Trubisky revenge tour on the Midwest.
It would be fun. It would be fun.
Revenge tour on
It
the
would be
Midwest.
fun. It would be really fun. Ravens versus the Redskins, or the football team. So I don't want to say that, the football team.
The footballs. The Washington footballs.
I'm going with the footballs as well, the sports boys. The Bears and Titans. I've got the Titans, obviously.
Bears.
Yeah, so
I'll
people
let
who don't
Justin
know, I think this
Fields
might be the
free
first time this has
fields.
come up. Paul, your favorite team is the Bears because you live very
Bears.
near Chicago, and you always have. Literally, I'm going to tell this real quick. Remember Christmas when our grandmother got me a leather jacket and you a fucking Chicago Bears sports jacket? How is that fair?
I still got it.
I had a leather jacket that I didn't even ask for, and I played football. You didn't even play it. Oh yeah, you did. You played it. My bad.
I played.
I'm an asshole. I forgot.
Middle school ball.
Oh yeah.
Where it was still tackle football, not just football.
Right. Cardinals Saints. Saints.
Better program.
Bucks Texans. I've got the Bucks,
Bucks.
obviously. Rams Broncos. I'm going with the Bronx.
Broncos.
I think since the Rams have moved to LA, they've been just poopy. The Chargers Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks. And thank you, Jesus, for putting that game not in.
Yeah, you gotta hate on the Chargers. The
Yeah.
Chargers are another forever loser stench team.
No matter where you go to St. Louis, go to LA. I don't care where you go, you're gonna lose, bitch. You're just a bad team. Did you know fucking what's his name? Their quarterback. Chargers quarterback.
What, the old one?
The old one that everyone
the one
used to
with
know.
all the kids?
Yes.
Yeah, the one with all the children?
Yeah. What's his fucking name?
Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers. Thank you, Philip Rivers. Did you know he's the only quarterback from his draft class that didn't get a Super Bowl?
Ouch.
Yeah, the only one. Well, of the first round. But yeah, the first one who didn't get a.
Didn't he have like a kind of a second career being like a backup quarterback, just gunslinging balls?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was only for like one season. It wasn't for anything. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like news for a little bit. It was almost like when Tebow got a chance with the Jaguars, and they were like, "No, thank you." The Jags Cowboys. I've got the Jags. Dolphins Bengals. That's Dolphins Bengals. I guess Bengals, but it's a game I'm not going to be watching.
I'll go Dolphins. Yeah.
Raiders Niners. I've got the Niners. And thank you, Jesus, that's not here in town, because there is no fucking parking at this stadium. At Allegiant Stadium that they built here in Vegas, they have one parking lot. It's fucking horrible. Patriots Giants. I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Pats.
And Browns Falcons, obviously the Falcons. So, unless you want to go with the Browns, but
No.
that's one that I definitely will be telling you I told you so next week, too.
Yeah, the new logo is a curse.
It's almost like getting on the Madden cover. You know, it's like I just don't.
That was a big curse in the world of the UFC.
Getting on
You
the
go
cover.
through all those EA sports covers, it's all fall apart.
Yeah, EA makes your world fall apart, man. They do. EA like puts Vince Young on the cover and he tries to kill himself the year after that. Like, obvious, it's EA's fault. Let's all blame EA. That'll just make it easier on
They
everyone.
voted like the worst company in the world like 3 years.
EA?
Yeah, they have like in terms of like customer service and like employment happiness and stuff. They were voted like the worst company 2 years consecutively.
Oh
I
my
know 2
God,
years.
that's hard
I
to-
know when back to back.
When you win shittiest company of the year back to back, you need to fucking figure it out, fam. That's bad. What do they have their developers like shackled at the knee or something, or what do they?
I mean, I guess I don't know
Well,
how
I mean
those
that's
basketball games get made.
that's what Blizzard used to have their they used to lock in their developers till the games were done. Like you would sit and sleep in the studio till it was done.
Oh my
Yeah. Can you imagine you spend your whole life learning how to code and make really cool games, and then some dickhead who's never coded a computer in his life in the management office is like, lock in, I'm going home to fuck my wife, but you have to stay here and finish this game because I need to
Yeah,
make money
that's-
tomorrow. Like, that's fucking horrible.
To render the CGI of a bush,
I'm just,
like just
yeah.
moving in the wind.
Yeah, and then it's just like,
the post.
just postpone the game. Pull a Cyberpunk and just postpone the game. We'd rather have, our generation of people would rather have like the people making the product to have a healthy lifestyle too. Like no one that I know, if they find out that like a tortured person made their like, they just don't buy it anymore.
Yeah, well, also that first impression is so crucial. Like that's I mean, to totally spiral out of control.
Do it.
Video game tangent. I mean, Gears 5 had like one of the worst launches ever. I remember they launched a Super Bowl ad, and they were like, "Gears multiplayer tonight, play it," and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, they're dropping it tonight!" And then, boom, servers crashed.
Yep.
Nobody got on.
Yep.
And it was out for 2 days, and they were doing a limited like week-long beta.
Yeah,
So
to
this-
select users.
Percent, yeah, like 20%.
Yeah.
No, it was for everyone, but like 20% of that week was just gone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, awesome. Like people have jobs on Monday.
People have, not only that, but like, fuck, how much is a goddamn Xbox? What is the new one called? The One X?
The Series X is
Series X.
$500 that you can't get because of the console shortage.
Well, you can't even get, it's a PlayStation. Nintendo's or not Nintendo. PlayStation's releasing a new fucking thing, but you can't even get the PS5. Why are you releasing a new console?
Yeah, it's pretty wild though. I mean, it's like I saw the comparison to like sneakerheads, like the people that like buy shoes at midnight and they're all sold out in like 30 seconds. And if you just translate that to consoles,
So
you're
dumb.
really- well, you're holding a population of consumers hostage.
Yep.
Like that's what you're doing, and it's just kind of cruel when you're talking about like microchip shortage and stuff like that to like actually make these computers. But, yeah.
I understand, but trust me, like, because you know when I worked in hockey, like, I would do like these sales competitions and win sticks all the time. I mean, from Bauer, I think I got like 7 to 8 hockey sticks from Bauer at one point. You know, like I got a couple of Vapors, Supreme, a Nexus, some other shit. And then Bauer didn't have a Supreme stick that someone needed. Guess what I did with that stick? Gave it to him because I wasn't using it and did not need it. That's how that works. Like, but that's not how the general population goes.
No.
Most people like to hoard it and look at it on their wall, you know? You know what I actually saw the other day was a sneak. And I know this is off topic, but listeners might be interested. On sneakers, you know those people who hoard sneakers? The longer that they hold them and not wear them, the shittier of condition they get in. You have to wear your sneakers or they get destroyed.
Oh yeah,
The
or like
foam
put the
needs to
supports
compress.
around.
The
Yeah.
foam needs to compress. It's built with like air in it to mold to your foot. So when you leave it and it doesn't mold to your foot, all that air pocket, it dries out all the foam on the inside, and then you can just crumble it away with your thumb. Like you can just push on it and it'll crumble the shoe away.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, so like sneakerheads need to like
Yeah,
wear
I
their
wonder what
shoes.
those time capsules look like.
Just a pile of shit on the bottom of them.
Jeez.
Anyway, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've got nothing else.
I've got nothing else either. I think we just about wrapped up.
All
So,
right.
yeah, anyway, if you could go ahead. You know what? No, it would be great if you're listening to this. Go into the fucking review and give me a 5-star. I mean, if you think it's 5 stars. If you don't think it's 5 stars, then just don't review it. I don't want your fucking review. I only want the 5-star ones. if you want to leave that, that'd be fantastic. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's it. Paul?
That's it. Play the music.
All right, bro. Catch you later.
Hello, friend.
Oh, that's I cannot believe I just did that. I played an ad instead of the music. Okay, here's the music.